Hi and welcome to Ian Luff TV. In this episode, we're going to look at those round black things called tyres. In fact, we have got secret access to the Sydney office of Yokohama and their warehouse. I'm standing here amongst all these round black things. We've got racing tyres, we've got truck tyres, we've got conventional tyres, and more importantly, my passion, high performance tyres. I'd like you to consider this for a minute. You're travelling down the Hume Highway at 100 kilometres an hour on your way to Melbourne. By the way, you're in a 22-wheeler semi-trailer, fully laden with a lot of weight. These things, these truck tyres, make a huge difference in performance. Poor quality tyres, and we've seen them failing many times, can make the huge difference between road safety winning or losing. Quality tyres gives a quality result. Whether you're driving on-road or off-road, that contact patch between you and terra firma can make all the difference to your performance. Running out of talent on the racetrack is something that I don't subscribe to. But if you run out of grip, it means you've got the wrong rubber. That's why I choose Yokohama race tyres for my racing experience. Love the grip. We've just been in the Yokohama warehouse and I thought we'd catch up with Grant McGregor, the National Retail Manager for Tyres and More. Just explain the relationship between Tyres and More and Yokohama.
Well, Tyres and More is the retail arm of Yokohama. We have some 80 stores around Australia and we specialise in that quality end, being the Yokohama tyre.
Now, I mentioned before, and I had to use it, that round black object, everyone calls them round black tyres. From your perspective, right across the network, you see people come into these stores like we're here at the moment. What would you say the understanding is with people's knowledge about tyres?
I think people know very little about the round black thing, as you say, and it's important that our stores impart some of that knowledge on to the customers.
Now, we've discussed this before about price. Now, to my knowledge, you only get what you pay for in retail land. If someone was paying, for instance, let's say $80 for a tyre, and a corresponding same size tyre was, let's say, $200, a lot of people would say, well, the cheaper tyres are better buy. What would you say to that?
That's not right. You get what you pay for, Ian, and you know, when you want something to hold on and give you performance, you really need to look at those brand names out there.
Well, as we know, wet weather driving, a lot of people, they believe they've got the skills and the tyre is the last point of contact between us and the road. How would you then say to people about that aspect of, again, of cheap tyres in the wet?
Well, it's concerning. You know, people might get away with driving slowly in a straight line on a cheap tyre, but when it comes to performance or cornering in the wet, you need to know that the tyre will hold on, and that quality tyre will, where the cheaper tyre would be a concern.
So you'd say that people's lives are really riding on a tyre, so they should invest in quality tyres?
Absolutely.
So Grant, do Tyres and More only sell tyres?
No, Ian, we are a one-stop safety store. We've moved to specialise in all things safety around the car, from suspension to brakes, to fitting of child restraints, selling child restraints. In actual fact, we're the largest chain of child restraint fitters in Australia, and we're concerned about the whole family and their safety.
If you're going to venture off-road, you've got to have the grip. You really need that traction. So having the right advice and the right tyres is so important. As any driver knows, the last point of contact between the driver, the vehicle and the road are tyres. Could you imagine driving on a bald tyre like this? You'd really compromise your safety and that of other road users. A tyre has tread for one reason, simply getting rid of water. At 100 k's, a tyre has to get rid of 6 litres of water every 1 second. So driving on bald tyres, it's downright dangerous and unsafe. We've covered tyres and safety. How about we now move into my world, which is all about high performance. anti-smoking action. While it might be a lot of fun, it's all being conducted in a closed private area, definitely not on the public roads. We are the supporters of the Taking Speed Off the Roads campaign, which means do your racing on the racetrack or the drag strip. Driving on ball tyres is downright dangerous. As people know, tread is there for a downright good reason. So today I thought we'd put our little test mule through its paces with what we call an accident avoidance exercise. The objective is to try and avoid the accident. But as we know, if the tyres aren't going to do the job, all the skill in the world will not save you. Let's see how it's going to pan out. But I forgot to tell you, the obstacle on the road is our cameraman. I hope he's got an insurance policy. Now you might have noticed with all the supposed driving skill in the world, I lost control of the vehicle for one simple reason: the tyres did not provide the grip. Many people are unaware that this little round section here of our tyre cutaway is a very small contact patch between us and the road. In fact, it's about the size of your hand when it's spread out like that. And as we can see, the sidewalls, very pliable, they have to be. It has to provide that compliant measure for when you're cornering. Tragically though, when you've got no tread and low tyre pressures, the tyre is going to flex and move around. That's going to impact on your steering, your ability to be able to control the car safely and effectively. That's why we subscribe lots of air in the tyres and lots of tread. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Ian Luff TV. As we know, a motor vehicle is only as good as your ability and the equipment underneath you. As I've maintained throughout this episode, the last point of contact between you and the road are your tyres. Do the right thing, invest wisely, remembering you only get what you pay for.